Alright gang, Bison back. Here we are looking at the Skyweight backpack again. This is kind of a part 2 of this video. It's funny, every time I start recording, either the water softener kicks on, now they're starting trucks outside. I apologize. I still haven't taken off any of the tags yet because I want to test this out for a couple weeks to make sure I really love it before I untag it, because I may return it or put it on eBay or something. There's a lot of other little things I didn't talk about, but we'll get to that after. So right now, if you go back many videos and you saw my get home bag, that was the Bongo Gear Baker Patrol Pack Mark 1. All the items in that bag are in here now, with the exception of some other things. Now my theory is I've got two separate duffel bags in the car, in the 4Runner bug out vehicle, like this one, and then I got another 5.11 duffel. In addition to, I'll do a video at some point of what I have in there, a lot of other items for vehicle maintenance, road emergency, etc. So this pack is going to be set up as a get home bag. Like I said, the most I go on a regular basis is 20 to 40 miles, and then once or twice a year I have jobs that take me 50 plus miles. So this bag is set up at a comfortable weight at about, I want to say, 32 pounds. I think that's kind of maybe the lightest I've ever had a bag. I kind of impressed myself. It's been 12, 13 years of constantly going through and trying different bags. Everybody's seen me. You probably think I'm nuts if you've been following that long. So in those duffel bags, I will have supplemental items. So if I'm on my own, I have plenty of more room in here to add more water, to add more food that I have in the vehicle. Or 9 times out of 10, if I'm doing a job, I have somebody with me in the vehicle, whether it be my van or meeting me on a job site. I have extra provisions for that person. Both of the bags, the duffel bags that is, have the ability to turn into a backpack. I also have my Rush 72. So with those available other resources, I have more items for myself to get home in case I have to abandon the vehicle or stay someplace long term until whatever the situation is resolves itself. I'll have enough food and water for several days, and there's a lot of water sources in the areas where I am, so I have, many different filtration methods. I got it in this bag, I've got it in the 72-hour bag, and I also have in the 4Runner. So again, I've got extra stuff for me to stick it out long term in one spot, enough stuff for me. If it takes me a week to get home, I've got enough stuff for just about that, or enough for 2 people to get a good distance, then we start foraging. So this bag now is like I said, has more room in it than I would have had in the Becker Patrol Pack Mark 1. If we see the shoulder straps here, we flip this around, I have purchased these little Skyweight pouches. I'm going to put one on either side. I'm going to attach those in a minute. And I also found these Skyweight pouches just for extra storage, which I'm going to stick here on the belts to put items in there that I want accessible, like a flashlight, a compass, a multi-tool, some little snacks, etc. Sunglasses, blah, blah, blah. So, I wasn't in the beginning, but now that I look at it, I'm really a fan of this laser cut MOLLE. I found it easier to weave for some strange reason, and also it doesn't scream tactical. I wish that they gave you a little more room here for a larger pouch. It's like they've made this to fit exactly to this, and again, this was the only color available. I kind of wish you matched the bag, but again, with a breakup like that, it's kind of cool. And I also, again, love this belt because the Skyweight backpack that's one size down from this, I tried that a couple years ago, and it's not friendly to chubby people. The extra large version just barely made it. This belt has a lot of room. I mean, I've got it right now almost max, and I gotta drop it down probably half of what it is because it is too big. So that makes me feel great. So what I'm going to do is put these pouches on, put some more items in it, and cinch it really down so it looks neater, and maybe talk about some of the other things I didn't talk about in the last video. And we'll come back. I'm still working out the adjustments back here because I finally have weight in it, and I'm trying to get this part here to kind of feel good. It's, you know, it's funny. I put the pack on the other day, and it's, you know, what did I say, 32 pounds or something, and you don't feel it. The only thing you feel is this. Push it into your kind of lower back. I mean, I've got it right. I mean, the belt is around my waist properly, and this is kind of, I guess in time it's going to wear a little, but this aluminum frame is very, very strong. But so far, that's the only drawback I see. It's actually, and when it comes to organization, even though it's just like a, you know, one massive pocket, and then you got the top, and the bottom you can separate or keep as a part of the main cargo area. I find out, even though it's only been a week, I can remember where everything is more so than my Eberly stocks in the past, more so than my Beckett Patrol pack. Yeah, but then again, you know, when it sits in the car for about 6 months until I touch it to kind of replenish medications and change out the water, I'm sure I'll forget, but do I have it set up? I'm very happy with it. I can remember everything where it is. So I'm going to stop it here, put these pouches on, get it set up, get it cinched down, a little bit neater looking, and then we'll take another look at it. Alright, so we're back. I did a bunch of cinching and whatnot, added some pouches. So here's a look at the belt. Got this bad boy on the side. I wish it was slightly bigger because I wanted to put like a nice Stroop Knives fixed blade in here, and I needed another inch to make it fit, but that's fine. Same thing on this side. Got the other pouch on here. You know, and I went with the Sky. I could have put bigger Molly pouches on here by 5.11 or any other brand, but I wanted to stick with the Skyweight with the mentality of keeping everything lightweight or Skyweight. Here are the shoulder straps. Added these two guys on here. Got a GPS in one, flashlight and headlamp in the other. I've routed my hydration tube down here. Added a whistle. Again, it's really not about contents. I was hoping to attach a fixed blade here with a tech lock, but this isn't wide enough, so I'll figure out another way to rig something up that's a bit smaller. Now, I noticed in all my cinching, when it got to the lid part, you really got to cinch her down, because if you put some weight in here or bulky items, she's flopping around city. You really got to crank them down, which is okay, but I'm not a big fan of the rubber keepers because you got to do the tucking and pulling and pushing, and if you're on the move and you want to make it neat, it takes some time and it's flopping around, and if you got to undo it, uncinch it. I'm probably going to take these off or just push them down out of the way and add the Velcro ones that kind of wrap around. It does make a life easier. I got a bunch of them in black, but they're for a thicker webbing. I got to see if I could find one for a narrower diameter. Some things I didn't talk about previously were on the sternum strap, you have these nice hooks that'll kind of lock in your hydration tube if you wanted to. So I can go down the side and just kind of lock it in there, and she kind of stays. I kind of like the Osprey magnetic ones, but that's okay. So flipping it around, we can see that it is a bit neater, a little more compact. We do have down here some nice loops for gear, for hanging tripods, trekking poles, whatever. They do come off, and you can weave them through the molly and add them wherever you want, or just take them off completely. What else do I want to talk about? Again, we're cinched down city. We have nice little gear loops here that come off, and again, you can route these anywhere else in the pack, or add them anywhere else in the pack you want. I did mention in my last video I wasn't a big fan of the bright, super bright, blazy, fluorescent orange 5.11 rain cover with the big 5.11 logo. I'm going to keep that in the pack in case of emergency I need to use for signal. But I did buy on Amazon an Osprey pack cover, the same color as the bag. I was debating, should I do it green or should I do it black? I kept it green for concealment. If I have to like stash in the woods, it's a little less noticeable than black. I did switch out my camouflage rain poncho for a solid black one, but again, I'm going to keep them both. One for rain coverage and one for extra shelter rigging if I have to. On the side here, we are cinched down here, and we are cinched down here, and we are cinched down under here. So this point, it cinches you down in this direction, and this point cinches you down in this direction. There's nothing really going in this direction to give you a good cinch, but it's not terrible, it's okay. This outside floppy pocket with the Velcro, I just have a pair of gloves. And in the bottom, if you look at the original video, you have a flap inside that you can unclip and make one massive compartment, or you can leave it clipped to have a separation. I left the separation, and in the bottom I just have quick access, first aid, and some shelter items, and everything else in here is just some clothing, some food, etc. I will add some more tools. When I say tools, a couple pry bars, like I said, a fixed blade, a neck knife. You know, I got batteries in here, and I got a little collapsible lantern, and a backup bank. And in the side pouches, I've aside from a compass and I have added a multi-tool and some chem lights. But if somebody wants me to rip this apart and go through it at some other point, I will, but this isn't a video on Get Home Bag contents. It's a video on this bag, the Skyweight 65 liter. So that's really all I have to say about it. I did put it on with the extra added stuff. It feels great, except for that portion down here I was talking about. This kind of pushes in. I think what I need to do is, my shoulder strap placement is fine. I think I have to bring, when I say fine, I mean with the adjustments up here. I think I need to kind of bring this down a hair, because I've never actually measured my torso. My buddy Nikos asked me via Messenger. Had I done that, and I need someone to do that, if you can see, we have lines here, medium, large, and extra large. I am above the extra large. I'm 5'11 and a half, so you can say I'm 6 feet. So, but I'm like kind of stocky and barrel-chested, and just a weird combination of dimensions. Anyway, I may just bring this down like another inch and see how that makes me feel. And in time, like anything with use, this pad may work itself in. Feels like a nice foam, like not a memory foam, but I don't know. But anyway, here's a look at what I've added, what I've set up, my thoughts on it. And if anybody else has this bag and have run into similar things that I have, it is still fairly new, let me know. We can talk about it. Let me know what you've done, your feelings, any modifications you made, and whether or not it actually works. All right, gang, so there you have it. Part 2 of my 5.11 Skyweight 65 liter get home bag. All right, gang, thanks for watching. Bison out.